Hi everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, I'm going to try to grow a tree from a seed. Welcome in everyone to the Passive Solar Green Frame post the massive road trip east of the Mississippi, and I've got loads of footage that you're going to see in the coming weeks, and today is the first one with our good friend Tom from Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Now Tom is one of the most amazing, nicest, kindest humans on the planet, and we're going to get to him in just a second. One of the things he gave me was a eucalyptus grow kit. So I've got the cocoa coir that's going to kind of puff up and be our soil. I've got the seeds. Now I've got the pot, but since I've been into bonsai, I never like a pot with no holes in it. So we're going to drill that and we're going to put some water in the cocoa coir and we'll talk about the seeds. But first, let's get right to the action. The one, the only, from Chicagoland. Let's say hi to Tom, everybody.
No laughing.
No laughing. Here we go. Let's pretend I walked right through the gate. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. It's probably too dark in here though, but. All right, I gotta close the gate here. And can we guess where we are? We're on the east of the Mississippi bonsai tour. And I've just spent some time in Milwaukee and North Chicago at the Botanical Gardens. But now, this is one of my most exciting stops, and we are here in the backyard of someone you're all gonna remember, you're all gonna know. It's Tom. Yeah, all right. Tom from Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. And Tom, I am so excited to be here. And you already showed me once, but let's show everybody a little bit about your backyard through my lens. And let's just start over here. What do you got for us?
Well, here's the willow when I first started doing bonsai on videos.
Nice.
So
about 3-4 years old, you said?
Yeah, at least. We're going to my crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
Use
you got the
water lettuce to keep your pond clear.
Water lettuce, keeping your ponds good and clean. Look at this willow.
That's my willow in the waterfall.
It's in the waterfall, everybody.
You got like a plenum in the bottom.
Okay.
With the air pump.
Air tube there, yep.
Going into there to give it oxygen during the winter and during the summer. And just the soil on top.
And that's enough to keep it here all winter long, you're saying?
All winter long. I don't cover it or nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Even if it freezes.
I don't think I can do that in Minnesota. You're a little south of me, so I don't think I can do that.
And this is a mulberry I'm trying to root. I don't know if it's going to root yet.
Nice.
This is my recovery zone because I got where the new trees I planted. I got Jay's.
Have one of those, yeah.
I got Jay's tree in the back, his trident maple, but I don't know why it doesn't want to grow.
It's not growing. We'll have to consult with Jay when I see him later on.
And this is all plants I'm trying to start, but this is a trumpet vine. You know, it's B-R-U-G, Bergam, something. But it's got those big trumpet-like flowers.
It almost has a leaf like a poinsettia in a way.
Yeah.
It has a similar look to it.
I got the dinosaur there to make up for kids like a dinosaur plant.
That's right, that's right.
And then this is Scott Winard's.
Oh, here you go.
Jade.
Yeah.
They died, but the cuttings took, and it's inside a rock.
Inside of a rock. I love it.
And this is the oak.
Ooh, the big elephant.
I don't know what kind of oak it is, but.
Oh, look at that. Got the elephant on there.
But I had two in there, but the squirrels dug out it and ate the seed off of it and killed it.
We've already talked about the pests a couple of times already since I've been in the backyard.
And here's my can't think of it.
It almost looks like
No, it's not it's a mangrove.
Oh, a mangrove.
Yes.
Wow. Look at that.
And that's the catalpa here and the cobwebs. There's the eucalyptus.
Oh yeah.
There's weeds. I
love eucalyptus.
And then there I do my cuttings in there.
Get down in the dark, we get some of the the cuttings.
I got my mums in there. They're rooted, so I'm going to try to do a mum bonsai. Remember, Nigel says he couldn't do a tuna cactus. Well, this is it right here. I don't water.
Oh my.
Whatever, when it rains, it gets water, and that's it.
Oh my word. And some new growth this year, it looks like.
And look, see the trunk? And all I started was a little pad like that one up on top. My boog.
Oh yeah, beauty.
Here's my other one. It's just starting to grow. I don't know why this one don't want to grow. I tried all different kinds of soils, but I figure I just leave it there.
Beautiful flowers on that, yeah.
And that's how I sterilize my tools in the sun. Because if you can touch it, it's hot.
Hot sterilization.
That's the unknown tree or weed or whatever.
Yes,
the
the
heck
mystery tree, everybody.
I don't know what it is.
Purple leaves at first, then they go green. The veins are still purple on many of the leaves.
That's tamarind. That's my,
larch.
yeah.
The tamarack.
Tamarack.
Larch, yeah.
I had 3 in there, but one didn't survive the winter.
Oh, I thought you were going to blame a squirrel again.
No, that was a winter kill. This, I don't know if it's an ash or an elm or what is it.
Looks like an ash by the leaf structure. Looks
Yeah.
like my ash in my backyard.
Okay, good. Now I know.
I think it's an ash.
And this is the bougainvillea that I rooted.
Oh yeah, nice.
Here's a catalpa for, Dave sent me some seeds from Dreaming of Bonsai, so
Oh,
1 or 3 seeds took.
all right. That's better than none of 3 seeds.
He sent me a whole bunch of seeds. This is acacia that's starting to grow.
Oh yes.
And the seeds are still in there, but nothing else.
If we get more, yeah, just one. Yeah.
Jay from Blue Jay told me to try a wintergreen, so that's what I tried. So this is about 1.5 years old.
So I just learned from the curator over at the Chicago Botanical Garden with the Bonsai. He said, when our leaves get lighter and pale, it might be time to put them in the shade for a little bit, give them a little rest, and then you can put them back out there. And they'll get pale just because they're just getting so much sun.
So much sun.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes the paleness is not underwatering or overwatering. Of course, that's usually yellow. But he said, yeah, put them in the shade. You got to rotate them once in a while. Yeah, a lot of our plants.
This is the sage.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other one
Sage.
that I'm going to do for the children's corner. I didn't write the name on it. It's an angel trumpet. That's what they call it.
Angel trumpet.
But you can see, this was from the throwaway bin of soil that I got I tried it out at this one site. It was like 5 pounds for $10. I figured, what the heck?
What the heck? Yeah, let's try it.
Pelargonium, the desert geranium.
Yeah.
I like the trunk on it.
Nice trunk, and I love the leaves. They got a variegated, not a variegated, but a bumpy, edgy leaf structure there.
Right.
I love that.
And here's the sark that Dave didn't kill.
I killed.
Don't worry, because I killed. This is 1 out of 3 that survived.
Oh, there you go. So yeah,
They're very temperamental. They need lots of sun.
lots of sun and don't overwater.
And this is a honey locust
Yeah.
from seed. The variegated Jerusalem cherry. And this one was dead from, what was it? September. Was dead completely. It just started growing last month.
That's so
So I don't
strange.
give up on them.
Yeah,
I
don't
cut
give
it,
up.
and it was green.
Yeah.
Then it died back. I cut it again, and all of a sudden I put the lipstick on there, and boom, there it is.
There it is. It's
And-
all in the lipstick.
All in the lipstick.
I have to get myself a tube or two.
And this,
Look
This
at that
is-
little thing.
this is metal because it dried out fast, and with the heat, the metal gets hot, so I put in styrofoam. And the sand around it, and it'll help keep it cool, hopefully.
Tiniest tree I've seen yet.
And this is from the red phenomenon, the maples,
Ha.
when those little whirlybirds were all red.
Okay.
So this is how they look, but you can see the color on the back of the
Yeah.
leaf too, look.
Very nice. Yeah.
I was wondering you guys didn't get it back there by you.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know what the name of the oak.
Oak trees, yeah. Don't know what. Yeah, I've been seeing more and more people working with oak.
But these are the leaves, and there's the tamaracks in the back. See in the shade, the leaves open
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Oh yeah, they're open. That's
Over
right.
there in the full sun, they
They
close.
close up. There's too much heat, too much light.
And this is my gnome forest. That's Albert the gnome. Oh, you didn't find Jerome the gnome in the yard, did you?
I don't know if I did yet.
Here's sphagnum moss from Brian Batchelder. When I first started in bonsai on Channel 11, that's just moss.
All moss.
All moss. Now these are baobabs. I don't know, Nigel's is growing, but these are not growing at all.
Not so much.
It just woke up from the winter sleep.
Really?
This one hasn't woken up yet. So if it doesn't wake up, I'll let it sleep again.
For sure.
Granddaughter, this is her dawn redwood. She planted it, so it was this big, so it died down to here, so I just clipped it, so it's starting to grow for her, but she decorated it.
Yeah, she decorated that. That's great. Fantastic.
And this is my silk oak. These are my rose bonsais. This one is on the, I don't know, it's on the pukey side, but hopefully it'll grow.
Yeah.
But that's my snow bush.
Spin that around for
You
me
can see.
there. Look at that.
I didn't put nothing in here yet. I
Yeah.
gotta figure it out. That's my other Vitex from the crepe myrtle guy. That has nice flowers on it. My poinsettia, the ones that did survive from the planting.
Uh-huh.
I like the sun makes them real dark, the leaves. And here's my miniature geranium. I should have cut it.
Yeah.
Don't look at that there.
There we go. Now we'll look at the geranium. Look at that. Twist it over to the right or left so I can see that curve. Look at that. And you just said twist it around. It's going to grow back the next year, the next direction,
Yeah,
right?
you keep it towards the sun and it'll grow this way.
There you go.
And then as it grows that way, then the following year you can twist it towards the sun this way and she'll make the loop-de-loop like that.
Yeah.
Make
very
the
nice.
S curve.
Very nice.
And then here's the seeds from the acacia. One came up out of 4 in here.
Next to the zebra.
And then here's my thimble maple.
Oh, there we go. Look at the size of that one, y'all.
And this one's a little, well, it's got all the roots. I got to prune it, but this is in a plastic thimble. That's a
Oh my gosh.
tiny tomato.
Tomato bonsai.
And here's more red phenomenon maples I put in the forest.
Yeah. And what's the fisherman story one again? I see him again.
Yeah, that's
It's the other cutting of the.
the desert rose. Here, let me take
Yeah.
it out for you.
Yeah.
That's the desert rose.
And I love the duckweed.
That
Growing
grows.
around,
It dries out all the way to the bottom, and I fill it up, and it still stays green.
Still stays, yeah.
And it grows. And this thing, I got to fill it up with water 3 times a day because the sun
Sun just evaporates it so quickly, yeah.
And these are my Periska aculata gatsophinia. It looks like a palm tree, but
It does.
you just
I love the
twist it
curve on that trunk.
to make it grow towards the sun.
Yeah,
And you can see how this one twisted with the sun.
yeah.
I got this from Pat from Florida. This is a flame tree, the seeds. So this is starting to grow. You can
very
see how
nice.
it's with the sun when you move it.
Yeah.
It grows out.
Okay, sure. Yep,
these
turn
are
your
my-
plants, everyone. Turn your plants.
My leche, but it's not doing too good under
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
I have to move it out more. That's my, I forgot the name of it, but it's big.
Yeah, big.
Here's my other geranium.
Yep, back there,
I
geranium.
gotta cut them some more. Here's the Vancouver geranium. There's another ash. And this one I'm gonna try out. This is called,
Aurea? Aurea?
yeah, it's supposed to be it's called Creeping Jenny.
Oh, sure. I've heard that name. That's in my pond.
And this
Creeping
grows
Jenny
like wildfire.
grows like wildfires. Yep, in the pond.
So I'm gonna try it out.
In the stream from my upper to lower pond, I have Creeping Jenny. Yep.
And then here's the parsley. Here's the little ones over here.
All the little ones and getting a little more protection back there.
Yeah, I'll let you get in there.
Here we go.
And you can see the little,
Oh, yeah.
with the little deer.
Yeah, the tiny.
That maple, I don't know why it didn't grow.
Hmm.
So I cut it. Hopefully maybe it'll grow next year.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Here's my olive tree,
Oh, yeah.
and here's Bernadette.
Bernadette, we might trim up today.
Oh.
We're gonna bring him up and trim it up.
I figure you can see her because I know this got to be cut. And you can take some cuttings out of there, but these are the rocks I put in there.
Very nice. Got a rabbit hiding underneath there.
This is just to hold it down so the dogs don't knock it over and the cats. That's
Well,
if you got time, fine.
Let's trim it up.
Let me get the tools.
All right. We have some holes in the bottom of the eucalyptus grow kit pot. Now, isn't that, man, absolutely phenomenal? Tom, thank you a million times over. It was such a great time. I only wish, and this is one of the themes of the road trip, I wish I would have had more time with everybody. There were a couple of times that I was a little rushed and trying to keep to an itinerary, and that was one of the biggest letdowns of the road trip. Is there's some spots I wish I could have spent more time. And Tom, you're one of them. It was far too short. So I hope to see you again soon on another road trip or a visit in some form or fashion. So back to the task at hand. I got the holes. I've got the water pre-measured. and I've got these guys. Now it just dawned on me that if I drill these holes and then pour the water in here over these, the water's just gonna go right out. So I should have drilled the holes afterwards. So we're gonna have to find some kind of tub where I can soak these guys in and yeah, get them to swell up. So what do I have in my PSGF that I can do that with? How about right here? All right. Never know when you're gonna need certain stuff. So this will probably work just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and put these grow cakes, and these are, I believe, probably mostly cocoa coir. When you get cocoa coir, it comes in a hard clump, and then it spreads out when you water it. So 1.5 cups of water and my cocoa coir, and that's gonna sit, and that's gonna get all kinds of growth, expansion. We'll mix it around a little bit, and then we'll put the seeds in here. So while that's getting puffed up, and look at that, I just put it in a few seconds ago, and look at how puffy they already are. Yeah, they're just gonna be nice and big, and they're gonna break down. It's already soupy, look at that. Live television at its best. Look at that, we've almost lost the entire water content in there already. So we'll let that do its thing for a little bit longer. We'll mix that up with a good old chopstick, and we'll go from there. Now, it was so fun to see Tom's garden. You know, his backyard, he's got a lot of the minis, and he gave me that book of minis, and so I'm going to be reading that, looking through those pictures and stuff. But seeing all the stuff in his little tiny backyard, and he's making use of every inch. Now, I have some really sad news for Tom and the rest of the world. I was to do a little bit of prunes on his pomegranate, and it was so hot on my trip, y'all, that several times during filming, my camera just stopped because of internal heat being too much. I think Nigel just said that in one of his recent videos. It was so hot the week I was gone. The highest was 102 or 103 when I stepped out of my car, and that's in a future episode. But in Tom's backyard, we were sweating bullets. It was hot, and the camera chose to conk out right when I was starting to talk about doing his tree. But I do have an image of the final product because I took that just in case, because the camera seemed weird to me, and it was sometimes it turns off after 30 minutes. So here, Tom, is the final result of your tree. I believe we got a few images of that. So it was so great to work on a tree with Tom, and Tom just gave me free rein. He said, Dave, you're the master. You do whatever you want to do to the tree. So we were able to clip that up, get rid of some crossing branches, get rid of some branches we just didn't think we needed anymore. And that picture is kind of the image of where we left it. And since then, he's put a little styrofoam in between a couple of branches to keep those out. Because during the video, we talked about how we could stretch branches, guy wire, you can wire the branch, or you could just stick like a wine cork or a styrofoam in there and push the branches out. So all of this in just this short amount of time has already taken shape. We have our cocoa coir potting mix. When I use cocoa coir now, a lot of my cuttings, everybody, I've gone to a cocoa coir and perlite mix. So I have some perlite that I've ordered, some cocoa coir, and that's what Eric Schrader uses a lot of in a lot of his cuttings. So I don't know his exact recipe, but go check out Bonsai on the YouTube channel, and Eric Schrader does some amazing videos, some amazing trees that he can sell you. And yeah, he uses a lot of cocoa coir and the perlite. So here we go. We've got our mushy mush here. We're putting that into place, and so now we got to get some seeds. So let's figure out the directions now. Again, I want to do this the right way. Place in a warm, bright location. Oh, wait a minute. Fluff with a fork or chopstick. Place into a pot. Sow the eucalyptus seeds about 1/4 of an inch deep. I just wanted to know how deep I wanted to put these seeds. So we are going to sow our seeds inside this little pot of cocoa coir that they sent me. And let's see how many seeds we've got. Oh my gosh, there's not very many in there. That's a big bag for about... Oh my gosh, now it looks like the dirt on my hands. Be careful, Dave. Okay, that's all of them. Okay, so I'm going to put a little hole here, a little hole there, a little hole there, and a little hole there. And here we go. Oh my gosh, that is the tiniest little seed. I'd show you, but you'll never see it. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. I'm seeing them drop down the hole. I see one there, and I see one there. So if that is correct, just in case, there you go. Those are about 1/4 of an inch down into the soil. Here we go. And now let's look at our directions, everybody. Placed in a warm, bright location with ample air conditioning, air circulation. They didn't say air conditioning. So here my fans go off. Here is a bright, sunny spot right there. And this is going to germinate in about 2 weeks, I believe. 14 to 28 days. So hopefully this germinates and we see some growth before the end of August. We're about a week done of August. I hope by the end of August we see some growth in there. We'll be able to keep it here in the plant room, though. Plant room? The PSGF, oh my gosh, I'm a little travel weary still. The PSGF for at least September and parts of October, so that'll be doing just fine. So thank you, Tom, for the eucalyptus. That's going to grow. I haven't grown a plant from seed for a long, long time. I just don't have a lot of luck with them, so I hope that this works out for me, Tom. Okay, now, let's wrap this up. After we looked at his garden and just all that fun stuff and worked on that tree, we went down to where all the magic happens with Tom's Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors, and we're going to finish the show today in his workroom. Man is so gracious, so giving. Remember the fruit tray? Yeah, and some carrot juice? All from Tom. And all the gifts he gave me. Tom, I will come back anytime. If you're in Minnesota, you make sure that you ring me up and you will see my backyard and the PSGF and everything else that we can provide you here in the Twin Cities metropolitan area. So, here is Tom to wrap up the show, a few interview questions. We sit down and just talk a little bit about bonsai. Well, it's hot out there, Tom.
Hot.
Hot. Well, thank you so much for letting me hang out with you on this leg of my East
pleasure.
of the Mississippi tour. East of the Mississippi Bonsai Tour. So I got to ask you, because I ask everybody this, I don't even know the backstory. When did it start? When did bonsai become a part of your world?
Well, when I was in my 20s and I seen Brian Batchelder on Channel 11.
Okay.
And he was doing everything with sphagnum moss. And I was so fascinated the way he did it. I says, I'm starting bonsai. That's awesome. When I went after it.
Okay.
And then I knew a lot about plants, but nobody would listen to me because they says, you don't have an education on it. But, you know, you got hands-on education. So experience. I took a course in at Daly College, 3 semesters of landscaping.
Okay.
And once you pass that, you get your license for the state of Illinois. So I did all that, and I got that. And once I got my license and my diploma, everybody listened.
You had to go through some of the bureaucratic red tape, right?
Yes,
yes. Yeah, we have some of that in our world. The YouTube community has become such an important part of my world, and why did you get started in that, and what intrigued you about YouTube, and why are you part of this? I'm so glad you are, because I'm here right now doing
Nigel Saunders, he's the one. He says, Tom, start your own channel.
It's his fault, everyone.
It's his fault. He says the name was too long. So my son says, why don't you change it to Windy City Bonsai? I says, well, it's too late now. Everybody knows what it is, and I got all my shirts, so I says, no, I'll keep it.
I'll keep it. What's been your most memorable YouTube moment? Do you have one? Either watching someone's video or what you've created and had response to?
Well, I just like watching everybody. Yeah. I learn. Yeah. I'm 76. I just turned 76 in June, so I learn. I'm always learning, so I like to watch you, Nigel, everybody, even the youngest ones that are out there. They got a little stick in a tree, a little stick in a pot. Right. I said, no, it's not a stick in a pot. It's bonsai.
That's right.
It's your creation. I just love the way they watch it. They do it, and I like watching.
Absolutely. I often ask people if they have a favorite species or a favorite tree, or how would you answer someone if they asked you about, well, what do you like best? What tree? What species? What gets you most pumped up about bonsai with a species?
Me right now is the willows and the Vancouver geraniums. I like to do the geraniums because they're easy.
Yeah.
The Vancouver one because of the leaves, but I like the geraniums because they're so easy to take care of. Yeah. And they live. You've seen the one in the waterfall.
Yeah.
It lives.
That's awesome. Yeah, that helps. That's why I tell people to get portulacarias, because they're hard to kill.
No,
mini jade.
They die on me.
You can't keep them alive?
I can't keep them alive to save my soul.
He proved me wrong, everybody. Portulacarias.
I can't, no matter what I do. I plant them outside. They'll grow for 2 weeks, even if I leave them in a pot.
Yeah.
And then they just die.
Yeah.
I don't water them. I water them. For some reason, I'm not hitting the right.
Yeah. Well,
the right.
There you go.
Consistency, but I'm not giving up.
Well,
and trying.
Other people will say find a species and learn about it and do it. And if you got a couple you like and you're doing them well, there you go. Just keep up that.
Well, I like the true myrtle, but that's the hardest. I can grow it in the summertime. In wintertime, it just
Yeah.
It just dies.
Yeah. What's the most recent thing you've picked up watching videos? Is there some trick or something that went, oh, that's why I should try that? Is there anything?
Oh, yeah. The one when Nigel went to his buddy's house and he says to bend a willow.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can bend the stems, and then they'll start
create
curving.
the weeping, and then they're going to even have more weep with their natural
So I do that
growing.
every other day. I just take one and I bend it just to experiment and see how it does. I'm doing that to the pond one.
Yeah. And that's not wiring them or anything. It's just bending them, right?
Just bending them.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that tip as well. Are there clubs here that you are part of? Are there people close that you talk with, or are you strictly a YouTuber?
I'm just myself.
Yeah.
And with you and Nigel, whoever answers me back when I leave a comment. But I like the people outside, you know, by the church, because I'm up at 4:45 every morning, walk the dogs at 5, then I water the grass. They got automatics, but the landscapers do all the decorations, but I just do all the deadheading. I pick up all the garbage, and then by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm home, and I'm doing all my fish and water in there. I just change the fish tank in the morning there.
Yeah.
So I'm busy all day long.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like summer's my busiest, so it's hard for me to catch up on bonsai shows because if I put it on, I fall asleep.
I remember you saying that somewhere, either to me or on a
yeah.
I
don't know what it is because I'm so pooped because I'm up so early. I don't take a nap.
Yeah. And
I'm just on the go all the way till 8 o'clock and just. Psh.
I can speak to that kind of personality. Yeah. Someone sitting across from you has that problem too. I don't have very often. I don't have very often. Well, that's great. Well, that's why I think the YouTube community for me has been phenomenal for that reason. For whether you're like yourself or me just taking this road trip. Yeah, now I'm leaving my home and driving 1,000+ miles to see people in the bonsai world, and from YouTube. But
I try not to stick to one thing. I try to do the children's corner.
Yeah.
And then I tried to do the Tom's Radio Bonsai.
I love that. Yeah. You've kept us entertained for sure. I love that.
Because on that I get my gardening magazines, and because with the landscaper I get all these free landscape magazines.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sometimes they got interesting trees that they put out.
Yeah.
And so I try to do that, or like the Red from That, or any good news that comes up, I try to put it out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
Do you ever listen to Michael Deere on YouTube?
I don't know if I know that name. What's the name?
Michael Deere, D-I-R-R.
Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
Look it up because he does nothing. But he is the one that I was started out in landscape school in '91.
Okay.
When I graduated, my instructor says, "No, watch this guy," because I bought his 2 books and then I let somebody use it. You know, you never get them back. So he just put out a new book. I'm gonna try to get that one later in the year. But his videos, like if he does the redbud trees, he goes through, I don't know, 50 different species of redbud, and he shows each tree and how they grow, how they flower, how the leaves are and everything. I mean, he's fascinating. And and he raises all his own trees. He breeds them, cross-pollinates them, everything.
Nice. What's your next video going to be about? Do you know yet?
Not yet.
You don't? No. How do you make your decisions?
Seat of the pants, as they call it.
I come by, I look at it, so let's find something to grab.
I look at a tree. Well, I got the bougainvillea cutting, so I'm going to try another root over rock with the pumice stone.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll try that and see how it grows.
Yeah, there you go.
It just whatever grabs me at the moment, or when I'm walking, picking up the garbage early in the morning, if I see a tree, I'll go in there, come back with my little soil knife and pick it out, and that's it.
Joke about how bonsai is an expensive hobby, and you've proven that you can you can do bonsai with anything and make it work.
Make it work. Just get any kind of a pot. Well, there's a salsa pot.
Yeah.
Salsa pot, 99 cents at.
Yeah. Tell us about that guy.
I seen this at the salsa pot at Walmart. Was 99 cents. So I took a 3/4 Foster bit and drilled a hole in it. Look at the nice hole.
Drilled a hole. So you got a hole in this salsa dish, and it's got feet, so it's gonna a little bonsai pot. I love it. I love it. What, it cost you $1?
99 cents.
99 cents
plus tax. So
well, there you go. So fantastic. I love your chalkboard. We've got the children's corner still up there, and it's all you use, and you're using the original technology.
And Joe Potsavuckim. You know what Joe Potsavuckim used to be in the old days?
No.
He never. Back in the old days, like in the 20s, the people used to say, when the kids were there, they used to say, I have to go visit Joe Potsavuckim. I'll be right back. So back then they had the the toilets under the streets, so they go under the streets and use the bathroom. So they go see Joe and then come back out. And then,
go. I haven't heard that expression.
But when we were growing up, my grandfather and grandmother used to tell us, "Oh no, that's Joe Podzavukam. He lives under the street with his family, and he lights all the street lamps at night in the whole city." So, and that's my uncle up there. He just died.
Up in the Air Force?
Yeah, he was in the B-17s in World War II. He flew all his missions.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you and him for that service.
And then he went on to Korean War, and he flew in the B-52s. But he was a machine gunner, side gunner. And he says, never fly in the back of a B-17 as a tail gunner. He says, you puke your guts out because it's like riding on a boat. It's like this.
Nonstop. Oh, I'd get
And
sick.
up there,
Yeah.
it's so cold they had to use special suits.
Oh, my gosh.
He says, you'd freeze.
I bet. Well, very cool. So one final question for you, whether it's grow and clip bonsai for seniors or of any age, what are a couple of tips, a couple of nuggets you would tell people who are thinking about this hobby? What would you tell them?
Do something easy and small.
Yeah.
Small and easy. Go get yourself a maple.
Yeah.
Dig it out. Just take a walk. And if you see a little maple like that,
Yeah.
dig it out. Or in the spring, get your maple seeds and just plant them. You can make a whole forest.
Right. For
Just
free.
drop them in there for free, and that's it. And then just clip away, do what you want to do, and it doesn't cost you nothing.
Yeah. Very inexpensive if you want it to be.
And
Awesome. Very cool.
I don't know if I got the pot back there. Yeah.
That's why we're blessing this mess, right?
I knew.
Oh, he just found something.
For you and Nigel.
He just found something that he
You know what
wanted.
those are?
Oh.
Measure your tree.
Oh, look at that. It's from Goodmark Nursery.
That's when I go to my landscape shows.
We can measure our tree. Look at that.
I got them at my landscape shows.
One
You
for
can
me
go
and
to.
one for Nigel.
You can go,
Inches.
yeah, that way there you can measure your trunk diameters and keep an eye out how thick they get. And this I got at Michael's. They were getting rid of these trays.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole bunch of trays very, very similar to that.
They were 50 cents.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, what you have to be careful with these is the bottoms are a little bit wobbly. So when you're moving around, I never want to move the roots around too much. So I've always grabbed them from the bottom if I transfer
I use
from
two of
pot
them.
to pot. Yeah, there you go.
Two.
Two of them. See, Tom has an answer for everything. Am I bringing this from Nigel as well, or are you keeping
Yeah,
this?
take it.
All right, more goodies.
And you can't forget the one commercial.
What's the one commercial?
Nothing cuts wood like ironwood.
Nothing cuts wood like ironwood. And I have ironwood. Why? Ironwood tools. I have one because Tom, of course, is so gracious. He gave me one. So
You got the ratcheting one, right?
I got the ratcheting one.
Well, you can
I
take
got the needle one too. You gave me two.
Okay, good,
Not
good,
just
good.
one, but two.
Good.
So Tom is one of the nicest guys on the planet and is always sending people free stuff. And so I came here today with 2 trees for Tom, a T-shirt that he so graciously put on, some chopstick that are custom Dave's Bonsai, and I gave him some hibiscus leaves, or flowers. My
So I can
flowers
make
for
tea.
my hibiscus. Jeannie's hibiscus. He's got like flowers to make a good old pot of tea or two, and then I'm leaving with
Mr. Elephant.
Shh, don't tell the kids, but I'm leaving with Mr. Elephant. You just found these in the middle of our interview. I've got 2 pots in the car already, some stones and
Pumice stones, pumice.
pumice stones, and so I came, and I'm going to leave with more than I came. There's something wrong about that, Tom.
No. Plus you're getting two bottles of carrot juice, and I got you a fruit tray on your trip, so you got something to eat.
Carrot juice, and he got me a fruit tray. I'm going to hit the road in about a half an hour, and I got a fruit tray, care of Tom, that I get to munch on the way to
Yeah,
Indianapolis.
this way here you'll keep cool.
You'll keep cool. Well, thank you. It is such an honor to be in your studio. I wanted to be here more than anywhere else. I wanted to see your garden, but I wanted to see where the magic happens, because everybody's vision of your studio, your yard, your place of whatever you're doing, when you get there, it's like, oh, and there's the corner when he comes this way, and the cat he showed
It's
over
just
there.
small. It's just a small lot.
It's this nook. It's like those dives, right? Those
Yeah,
dive
that's
bars,
all
those
it
dive
is.
restaurants. This is where the magic happens.
Anytime you want to come, you're welcome.
Oh, that's awesome. Should we close the show out? Do we know how do we close our shows? What do you say at the end of your show every time?
And today is, what's today?
Today's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's detective night.
Okay.
Little Sherlock Holmes, a cup of tea on old time radio. Sit back and relax in your favorite chair, and just listen to the radio.
So take care of you. Take care of your bonsai. Do all that. And we'll catch you on the next one. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.